Hey guitars, welcome back to the channel. If you're here, it's because you know your dominant 7 arpeggio shapes in positions 1, 2, and 3, and you're ready to learn them in position 4. Before you go any further, this video is part of a series. This is not the first video in the series. So if you want to learn your blues arpeggios, memorize the fretboard with them, and play better over a 3-chord blues, and you want to start from the beginning, position 1 on the neck, navigate yourself using this card up here or the link in the description to the beginning of the series. If you know where you are and you're in the right place, let's keep moving forward. All right, so by now you should be familiar with the format for these dominant 7 arpeggio videos. We learned them on 2 different string sets, a lower string set and a higher string set. And then we put it all together and we listened to some playing where I restrict myself to the shapes and the position on the neck. And so I give you a disclaimer that applies now as much as ever, that these examples are not meant to be showcases of really inspired playing. It's really just to help you understand the function that these tools, that these arpeggios can have for us. And then as you get more familiar and introduce them to your playing, you'll find ways to be creative and be inspired by them. All right, so why don't we start by just quickly defining what I mean by position 4 on the neck. There are 2 ways that I think about it. The first is position 4 is where my pointer finger will anchor sort of on the high E string at the 5th scale degree of the key. So if we're in the key of A, which we are for all of these videos, the 5th scale degree is E, which is here, so 12th fret. And this is 4th position to me. Another way to think about it is if the root is on the 12th fret of the A string, okay? We have our 4th position minor pentatonic right here as well, if that's what you want to use to anchor yourself mentally. All right, so let's jump right into it. And you'll notice as we work through these that you don't have to learn any new shapes in order to play these arpeggios. Everything is being repeated from something that we already learned in positions 1 or 2. Position 3 was a recycling of all the same shapes, and so is position 4. All right, so this is the shape that we're going to play for our lower string set to play the 1 chord A7 in this case. Right, so you should be super familiar with it. That's exactly how we played the 4 chord in position 1. It's how we played the 5 chord in position 2. All right, so nothing new there. So for the 4 chord, for our D, this is that situation where we're actually going to start on the 3rd, on the low E string. So in this case, an F sharp, which is the 3rd of a D7, the 4 chord in the key of A. And this shape goes like this. All right, so that's how we played the 1 chord in position 1. All right, and our 5 chord. This is the same way that we played the 1 chord in position 1. Which is the same exact shape as what we played for the 1 chord down here in position 4, just offset by 1 string. So here's the 1 chord. Here's the 5 chord. Pretty simple. All right, so let's just take a quick listen to investigating those shapes over a backing track. Okay, so let's move up a string set. Here's our 1 chord. And we're going to start on the flat 7 here so that we can have 2 notes on this G string. 12th fret on the G string is our flat 7. 14th fret on the G string is an A, which is our root. 14th fret on the B string is a C sharp, which is our 3rd. 12th fret on the high E is E, so the 5th. And then 15th fret on the high E string is a G, so our flat 7. So all right, that's the top part of our A7 arpeggio, or 1. All right, for the 4, this is the one that we build off of the root on the D string. So our root is a D, 12th fret on the D string. 12th fret on the D string, 11th fret on the G string, 14th fret on the G string. And then here, we play a lot of shapes where this 7th falls on the same fret as the root, but here it's offset by 1, so we're going to catch it with our ring finger. It's the 13th fret on the B string. Right, that's a C over in the key of D, so it's our flat 7. All right, so D is root, F sharp is our 3rd, A is our 5th, C is our flat 7, and there is right here, if you want to drop your pinky and catch the 14th fret on the E string, that's an F sharp, and that's our 3rd, so that would fit as well. All right, and then for our 5 chord, the E, again, this shape should be really familiar to you. Our root note is on the 14th fret of the D string. That's our E. 13th fret of the G string is our G sharp, our 3rd. 12th fret on the B string is our B, which is the 5th. And then 3 frets up from there, 15th fret on the B string is our D, which is the 7th. And then you can catch the root up here again if you like. All right, so our A, our D7, and our 5 chord, our E7. Let's explore those over a backing track. And now we're just going to put everything together. I'll play the full arpeggio with both segments that we worked on today put together. Here's A7. Here's D7. And here's E7. All right, let's put those over a backing track really quick. If this was helpful or useful to you in any way, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when I release more videos like this. And we're coming down the stretch here. We've only got one more position to go, position 5. It'll be coming soon, and then the set will be complete. So you will know your way around the entire fretboard through the lens of these blues arpeggios, blues dominant 7 arpeggios, 1, 4, and 5. Just a great tool to have in your bag. I guarantee you getting this stuff under your fingers and something that you can call upon at will is going to make you a better player. All right, thanks a lot.